I think I'm live. Yeah, it takes a little bit of there's a little bit of a lag here on LinkedIn with getting this thing going, but thanks for jumping on here. And I want to get into this. I have a proprietary AI engine tool, and it's for list curation, pipeline management, lead generation. It's insane. But I want to tell you about my background first because I'm giving a webinar this Thursday on the 7th at noon, and I'm gearing it for Vistage Chairs. Others that watch this will get a ton of value from this, but here's my deal. I've been involved with Vistage for about 13 years, many different levels. Through the businesses that I'm growing, we've got a bunch of Vistage chairs. We're top speakers to Vistage, and we've sponsored the executive summits. I've traveled around the country to these VESs, really meeting great people. So I know Vistage inside and out. And through my media firm, I have worked with hundreds of Vistage chairs over the years. My whole team understands Vistage, helping them to grow and nurture their practices at all levels. New chairs just out of academy, master chairs, everybody in between, all groups that Vistage builds. So I'm just, all Vistage all the time for me. And so in working with chairs and really everybody, but in particular Vistage chairs, an ongoing issue with chairs and all of us is pipeline management. Chairs are busy. Being a chair, and it takes time as a solopreneur to do all the things you need to do to grow and nurture your practice. And the lead gen, everyone's getting pitched with that, but the back end important part of not only the lead gen up front, but then the pipeline management, enriching leads, following up, setting meetings, setting reminders, laborious. And so it's been a problem for me in my own businesses. I've had automation built into my businesses forever and at a very high level. But then AI came along, and it's at a place now where it's insane, as you probably know. And so I partnered with a leading team of AI engineers and entrepreneurs who have been in the space, who have done amazing things. And I partnered with them to build a proprietary tool for my use, for my businesses, to handle all my stuff. And so been working with them for months, have an incredible tool, proprietary to me. And then I iterated this tool for Vistage chairs, knowing exactly what's going on with the Vistage landscape, being, inside, seeing, the vantage point. I just knew what Vistage chairs need for a solution, sort of, womb to tomb. And so we iterated this tool specifically tailored for Vistage chairs. And let me share what that tool's about. And the link to the live webinar, where I'm going to go into a lot of detail, show you the dashboards behind the scenes. The link is in the summary of this post here. And sign up, get your spot. And if you do register, even if you can't make it, sign up, because I'm going to send the replay to everybody that signs up, whether you're there or not. And so be sure the link's there. All right. So here's what my tool is focused on. First of all, when you're building your business, your practice, you've got to have a tight lead list, right? You've got to get the right people. And I know exactly who chairs need to work with and who they don't need to work with based on head count, revenue size, and so forth. Excuse me. And so our first move into this build is getting the right lead list, curating the lead list. We use Sales Navigator, love that tool for very specific reasons. First of all, we love it because that Sales Navigator is updated by the users themselves. Obviously, if someone's changing jobs, changing emails, phone numbers, whatever it is, people are on top of it. They're on LinkedIn, they're changing that, versus some other list curation sites, Zoom Info and others that are they're good, but they rely on third parties to go scrape and so forth, so the information can lag. And we're all on Sales Navigator. So love the tool. And Then a chair. So we start out, we get a list from Sales Navigator. You may have a reserve list or another list that you've have cultivated over the years. We take all this information and we get it into a master lead list. So we're building these lists. First step, getting it into a master lead list. This is a Google document we're all checking out. Now we enrich that list. So this is where our AI tools come into play, and we bump that list up against our AI engine and enrich it. We get the revenue, headcount. We filter out leads that don't fall into the categories. We also can target industries if a chair is building a specific industry and so forth. We get emails, phone numbers, company information, whatever we're missing. We enrich that list at a very high level, going out and looking at systems to make sure that list is tight. So now we're looking at the list with the chair. Okay, here it is. We've removed everybody that's not qualified based on the very specific parameters that Chairs is giving us. Maybe it's a CE group, maybe it's a small business, whatever it is, trusted advisors and so forth. So now we have an incredible list. And now what happens is we go into just full throttle mode here. So there are two dashboards that are set up that connect with each other. One is for the initial LinkedIn connection campaign, where we run campaigns, fully automated, fully scaled, using AI tools. And we have a dashboard that is connecting and getting people to respond and getting them as part of your network. So that dashboard is awesome for LinkedIn campaigns. Think of it as your frontline CRM. There's a lot of bells and whistles in there. There's an inbox that pulls all of the messaging from LinkedIn into your inbox. This dashboard is connected to LinkedIn and Sales Navigator in real time. It's tracking the metrics on connections, replies, all of it. And so clients just fall in love with this dashboard. It's great. And we can do so many things with it. So you have these LinkedIn campaigns running, but now we have the list. We also got to get them with email, right? Because maybe they connect, maybe they don't. There's connection rates you're following, but a lot of people won't, for just that's the way it is. So as being in sales and marketing my whole life, when you have a lead list, you got to go out multiple channels to try to reach that person. Make sure the language is tied together, but you got to hit them in different areas where they may be showing up. Maybe they see the LinkedIn thing, maybe not. Maybe they see the email, maybe not. So now we have email going out, and we have a dashboard for this part of it, and the emails are going out, SMS messaging when we have it, the cell phones and where it's appropriate. I've used it for years, SMS touch points. It's very next level. You got to know how to do it, but we embed that, and it's all tracked on the dashboard. So opportunities are entered in there. So your lead list, that's very clean, or opportunities, and now it's tracked from the first email that touches, and it moves through the dashboard in real time as actions are happening. And what I'll say is there's calendar embedding. So your calendar is embedded into the system. The messaging is your own. So we work with Chairs on the messaging, the touches for the texts and the emails and the LinkedIn messaging that also goes out. So that is in your voice. It just is automated and using AI. The AI tool has the ability, the logic to respond to emails. It's insane, next level. It's fantastic. It also is looking at the public persona of your lead out there and using that information to its advantage. And as with anything, if you use AI at this level or have read about it, the logic gets into a pattern of recognizing what you say, how you respond to people, and it just keeps getting better and better over time. And so these campaigns are running, and for Chairs, there's really two channels that the AI outreach is focused on. Certainly the lead generation, getting the leads and getting connected and so forth. But then we have the AI going for cold prospects So this is a cold list, cold outreach, where you've never talked to them, but you need to get on a Zoom, and there's language to get them on a call with you. But then there's also the other channel where you've already talked to people and somebody is saying, hey, can you get back to me? And there's the follow-up channel, following up the people you previously talked to. You know, that's pretty standard with everybody, those two channels. We cover both. So you have this communication going out. So the booking, the following up, the setting alerts and reminders that everybody has to do. Pipeline Management 101 is handled by the tool. It's insane how this frees up your time. So some notes here. Okay, I mentioned this, the logic, the calendar integration, the opportunity tracking, and also on a case-by-case basis. So this is what our tool is doing. But then we have chairs that talk about, hey, I need to book my members. You know, master chairs with a lot of members need to get into calendaring the one-to-ones and so forth. This tool supports that. And so it's an add-on piece for over there for handling your existing, you know, book of members. So this is just in a nutshell here. This is the tool. And I encourage you, secure your spot with the link that's in the summary. If you want to get on a Zoom with me now to dive into this, happy to get on a Zoom, show you behind the scenes exactly how this works, a one-to-one. I'll show you the dashboards, show you the tracking, all of it. Use that QR code, snap that. That'll get you on my calendar for a Zoom to talk specifically about this. Get acquainted, love to learn about what you're doing, but use that QR code and then just stay focused on me because I am going to continue just to focus on this. It is a big need area for everybody, everywhere, in particular for chairs. So there you have it. Thanks for jumping on. We'll talk to you soon.